Thailand has scrapped the agreement with Cambodia on maritime demarcation known as MOU44, marking a further souring of relations between the two nations. Following the decision, Cambodia says it will use UNCLOS or the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea to resolve maritime disputes with Thailand. Associate Professor Dr. Thanapat Chanakrop commented that the abrogation of MOU44 can further strain the relations, as the agreement functioned as a diplomatic framework within which to manage the maritime dispute.
If we discuss about the legal way, so the Thai government can agree that the MOU44 has been placed for 25 years without the meaningful the progress, and the Thailand need a clearer legal framework under the UNCLOS. But on the other hand, the abandoning of the MOU44 also removed an existing platform for the bilateral negotiations under the MOU itself and may allow Cambodia to internationalize the dispute more actively. The move also reflects the Thailand priority to regain the strategic flexibilities in another way to respond to domestic political pressure and to avoid being seen as locked in the unproductive framework.
Assistant Professor Akrapong Kamkun believes, however, that the abrogation will dilute the country's reputation among the international community. As Thailand's Prime Minister Anutin Chanvirakul vowed to scrap the agreement during the election campaign, Akrapong believes the move was purely serving domestic politics, as the MOU was signed in 2001 during Thaksin Shinawat's administration. Scrapping this will therefore put an end to his legacy.
So it affects a lot to the reputation of Thailand in order to tell the world that this is the states, this is the countries that can revoke any commitment to international state parties. That's why I think to revoke this MOU 2001 was because of merely the domestic politics. I think we need to keep international commitment, especially bilateral agreements. So it reflects a lot, again, to the confidence of other partnership, of the state parties, of the other partners of Thailand. So it reflects to the feeling of the partnership of other states that whether or not they should do a bilateral agreement with Thailand. So I truly sad, I am very sad that Thailand decided, Thai government decided to revoke this MOU 2001.
But are there any other mechanisms that can resolve such disputes without scrapping MOU 44?
So when you think of how to resolve the international disputes, there are so many alternative ways, right? One is negotiation, that is the bilateral agreement. Another one could be mediation. Malaysia did it. America did it when it was the MOU-TOR between Thailand and Cambodian, when Malaysia was the mediator last year, right? But now it is more condensed than the mediation. This is conciliation, following the Annex 5, Section 2, under the Article 298 of UNCLOS. So this is inevitable. This is inevitable. You cannot deny this process. So I think the way that Thai government has done is the ignoring of the fact that MOU 2001 is the best way for negotiation.
Now that the UNCLOS will be used for maritime settlement, the best-case scenario is that both countries agree to use the framework without requiring an immediate final settlement of maritime claims. This could ease tensions while protecting both countries' legal positions. However, Thailand should also reaffirm its position, remain committed to a peaceful settlement instead of presenting their case as a purely nationalist or confrontational move.
So Thailand should avoid presenting this as the purely nationalist or the confrontational move. The better position is that Thailand remain committed to the peaceful settlement, which the things that we follow, for a long time, international law and the continued negotiations. Thailand should also communicate clearly with Cambodia and avoid the language that might suggest the rejections of the international law, because we always follow the international law. On the other side as well, Thailand should also prepare the strong legal informations evidence under the UNCLOS if in the future we have to pass through any process under the UNCLOS, including the technical evidence on the geography, the coastline, the islands, the historic practice, and the resource management and the treaty that has been agreed with the Cambodia in the past.
Nat Bunag, Thai PBS World.